Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today, and Happy New Year to all of you guys out there. I'm glad that you guys have made it to another year as we kick off 2024. And as we know, this is going to be our primary and election year as we quickly move toward November, right? There's a lot of moving parts. We know all of the ballot stuff that's been taking place over the course of the last few weeks. Colorado to Maine. Colorado put Trump back on, but Maine hasn't because Maine refuses to, and they might not even be able to have him on the ballots printed in time. She said that was covered in one of my videos from last week. And now we come to Democrats in Congress now threatening the Supreme Court justices, especially Justice Thomas, because they absolutely hate Thomas. They hate the baseness of Clarence Thomas. They hate that he actually stands up for the Constitution of the United States, and they hate even more that his wife was a Trump supporter. So they absolutely hate him. They're doing whatever they can in order to try to influence the justices on the court not to hear the case or have him recuse himself. And then they left an open thing saying, well, we'll have to see how we have to handle it if he doesn't recuse himself. An open threat by the Democrat Party. But this comes to no surprise to us, as they have been threatening Supreme Court justices that are conservative on the court now for the better part of a year, where Chuck Schumer, wound up his base, where they all descended on Brett Kavanaugh's house, and one person actually had all the tools to break into his house and tried to kill him. This is what the Democrat Party does. And then they act, oh, well, we didn't say anything about them to go in and do all that. They do. They have their dog whistles, and the media plays right along with it. And here in this clip, of course, we have Jamie Raskin of Maryland, once again, blowing the dog whistle, hoping that one of his base will hear it and go after Thomas. These people are absolutely sick and deprived. So before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Allow me to share some info with you. Hopefully you can share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button to 1,500 likes. If you like the content, you like the video, you like the channel, you can smash that join button, become a member of the channel, help continue to support the channel, or you can smash that super thanks. All of it helps, and all of it's appreciated. So let's go dive into what we have here, coming to us from the Gateway Pundit over here. Assassination dog whistle. Jamie Raskin targets Clarence Thomas. What do we do if he doesn't recuse himself from the Trump Supreme Court case, right? These are how these people behave. And here's the clip of Jamie Raskin. Let's take a listen.
Should any of the justices recuse themselves if they take this up?
Well, finally, the Supreme Court has developed what they're describing as a code of ethics. It's not binding in the sense that they're not going to anyone else. They could have gone to, for example, circuit court justices. You could have had state Supreme Court justices on a panel. But so they're deciding for themselves, again, whether they're in violation of their code of ethics. But I think anybody looking at this in any kind of dispassionate, reasonable way would say, if your wife was involved in the big lie and claiming that Donald Trump had actually won the presidential election, had been agitating for that and participating in the events leading up to January 6th, that you shouldn't be participating.
So he should recuse himself.
He should. Oh, he absolutely should recuse himself. The question is, what do we do if he doesn't recuse himself?
Right. And what, of course, Dana Bash doesn't talk about, right? They don't talk about how Congress has no constitutional role in dealing with justices hearing cases on the Supreme Court. Raskin's question can only be answered by extrajudicial means. And of course, she didn't follow up to ask Raskin what he actually meant by what do they do if he doesn't recuse himself. And of course, this is an open call to his supporters, to the Democrat Party, to the communists, the Marxists out there who absolutely already hate Thomas. They don't need any more reason to hate him, but they continue to give them reason, right? They continue to tell us how the court is unfair because it's ran by conservatives now. But they had no problem when the court was leaning more to the left and passing gay marriage and all these other things on the court to and not have any of their justices recuse themselves. I'm sure many of them had, interest in gay marriage and the passing of gay marriage, or fox marriage, as you would call it, because it's not really a marriage. But that's another topic for another day. So what we have here, though, is Raskin, of course, overstepping his constitutional responsibilities and authorities in order to try to pressure the Supreme Court to recuse one of its members by using vague language that could be interpreted, of course, as violence. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me on all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.